how to knit a scarf in the long loom. Make a slip knot and hold your yarn in the anchor peg. After first or second row, you can leave this tail free. Let's put a stitch mark on the first peg and start knitting by wrapping the yarn clockwise in the first peg, counterclockwise in the second peg, wrap clockwise in the third peg, counterclockwise in the fourth peg. If you see, we are wrapping the pegs. Don't need to put too much tension in the wool, just tension enough to hold the yarn and the peg. You're wrapping across the loom from left to right. Okay, I'm going to wrap clockwise in the 24th peg, 23rd peg, and counterclockwise in the 24th peg. I can hold the yarn here and show you. You need to come straight across. Just hold this yarn and put down this cast-on row. We need 2 loops in each peg to start knitting. Then we are returning from right to left to make a second loop in each peg. Just come across, and we're going to do the same wrapping, but now in the opposite way. The even number pegs were counterclockwise. Now the odd number pegs will be counterclockwise wrap, and the odd number pegs will be clockwise wrap. And oops, sorry. And we return across the loom, and we're making the second loop in each peg. The even number pegs now are counterclockwise, and the odd number pegs are clockwise. You just return. Okay, you are in peg number 1 now. When you continue, you go straight across peg number 2. But for now, I will just hold in the anchor peg, make some loops here, and hold the yarn. And you start knitting. You get the bottom loop over the top loop and off the peg. The bottom loop from peg 2 over the top loop and off the peg. Just this. So simple and so relaxing. The bottom loop over the top loop and off the peg. We're creating our stitches. And they go across. don't need to give too much attention to the yarn. And it's easy, since the first rows, very easy. Okay, and this one was just one. Okay, put everything down. Yep. Now let's untie the working yarn. Yeah, the working yarn was in here. Just come across. Will be just one loop in the first bag. Go across the loom and repeat the cast on row. We are going to wrap counter clockwise the odd number pegs. Peg number 2, pegger number 3 is clockwise, pegger number 4 counterclockwise, peg number 5 is clockwise, pegger number 6 counterclockwise, and go all the way across the knitting loom, because you need to have 2 loops in each peg again, and then you knit another row. Sensible to hold the yarn in order you don't get everything fast. Just hold. Sorry for this. Well, that's the peg before the last. That's the last peg. And then you are continue knitting, come across everything. But just for now, let's hold this working yarn in here. And if you take this last loom first, what you are going to have is we hold the yarn better when you get to this last loom. The bottom loop over the top loop and of the peg, and then you do the same here. The bottom loop over the top and off the peg. Now our working yarn is relatively secured in here, and you can continue knitting the second row of stitches. It's just very relaxing. To distribute the tension from your yarn in the stitches, it would be better you make one stitch off in each side, but it's just too much. You go back and forth, and then you just take off like 2 stitches in one side, and then turn the other side and take off another 2 stitches, maybe 3, and then come back here and take off another 2 or 3 stitches and go on the other side again. Yeah, we're almost finishing this second row of stitches. See? The second peg, the first peg had just one loop. It'll be like this when we start the row, be just one loop in the peg. And the first peg, we'll continue going straight down in this position, but for now, just wrap and the anchor peg to hold the yarn, and then take the bottom loop over the top and off the peg, the bottom loop over the top loop and off the peg. Yeah, continue in this manner all the way. You can do 2 or 3 pegs in each side. And until all the pegs have just one loop. That's the way we do double knit in the long loom. So easy and so relaxing. You can do it in front of the TV and listen to music. It's even better. Don't miss any peg. Take all the loops, the bottom loops over the top, and then put it down. Yeah, you have one loop in each peg again. Now the yarn, the working yarn is free. You can set it free, the starting tail as well. Just leave it free. Remove the slip knot and pass this starting yarn downwards here. Just pull. When you go knitting and making the stitch rows, you can come here down the loom and pull up your work from the bottom. Just pull and make everything tight again. Yeah, it's too short yet, but you can pull your work. Now the starting yarn is down the loom, the center of the loom. Your working yarn is still here. And you continue knitting in the same way you did before. Okay? From left to right, you wrap the second peg counterclockwise and the third peg clockwise. And go. And make another row. Okay? That's so simple. Yeah? Okay, just finishing here. You can hold your yarn here if you don't want to hold in the anchor peg temporarily. You can just come across and hold and make the last stitch first and then secure your yarn tail. Yeah, one before last, 2 second last. And continue. Your yarn is secure now, and you can finish your stitches. If you have any doubt about what I'm doing, just return your video and look at it again. turn since the beginning and watch. It's just a very relaxing activity. It's good. Knitting loom your new yoga. Okay, put it down, everything. Yeah, now your working yarn is in the left, and you're going to wrap counterclockwise and continue. Okay? Okay, see you later on in this work.